I'm Christy McElmurray, and the book that I chose is Giraffes Can't Dance by Gillis Andre and Guy Parker Reese. And the reason I chose this book is it's a personal favorite of mine. I read it to my children lots, and it's one that they really enjoyed. It is full of rhyming words. It has opportunities for alliteration. It also is very rich in vocabulary, and it has beautiful and colorful illustrations in the book. So the first piece that in my literacy plan was working on that phonological awareness. So this involves reading the story and kind of focusing on some of those rhyming words. Before I read the story to the children, however, I'm going to highlight and read through some of the rhyming words just to create that phonological representation in their mind. And then while reading the story, I'm going to go through and make the exaggerated pausing and help see if they can actually produce those rhymes. That is a skill more for the 3 to 5-year-olds. And then one of the later skills would be that alliteration piece. And this story also provides opportunities for alliteration. It has things such as warthogs waltzing, chimps doing the cha-cha, and some other great opportunities too as well. Another thing that we're going to work on is with the different animal names. I thought it would be fun for them to go through and we can segment the animal names. So like segment it, spell it with their hands. So warthog, chimp, giraffe, and so on and so forth with some of those different ones. And then a higher level skill would be that individual sound segmenting. So we could go through, there were some of the words like bad and sad, and going through those with the children and seeing if they can identify the individual sounds in those. And that's kind of on the higher end of that continuum. This literacy plan was designed with 3 to 5-year-olds in mind, but it can be adapted by kind of playing on some of those higher level skills. The second piece that I focused on with this book was the oral language. Like I said, it's really rich in vocabulary and provides a lot of really great and unique vocabulary. One of the things that I really thought was fun when it talked about Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. So you can see there's just a lot of words and a lot of really great descriptive vocabulary words. Another thing is working on some different concepts, another thing with the oral language. So we could talk about the beginning of the book and point to the beginning of the book, and then we could go to the middle of the book and talk about that, and then we could also go to the end. An added piece of this, a higher level skill with this would be like, oh, tell me what happened at the beginning of the story. This is more of that story recall piece. This would be for maybe older kids, maybe kindergarten, even first grade. I know they work on some of these skills. And then in addition, there's a jungle dance in this and some really great pictures, which would be fun to go through with the kids and talk about, okay, there's the warthogs. Who danced first? Who danced next? And who danced last? You can also go through with this and work on print awareness. So even on this page, I could go through, for example, and say, okay, where is the picture on this page, on the cover? Where is the print on the cover? And then when reading the story with the children, just demonstrating the reading, following along with that one-to-one correspondence with your finger of reading and saying the word. Demonstrating this skill. So that's that, and we're going to sing this song to the tune of Old MacDonald Had a Farm, and it's Old MacDonald Had a Jungle. This is another great opportunity for that oral language development. It re-talks about those words. I've substituted the names like monkey and elephant for the traditional older song to just kind of solidify those animals too as well, and then created action words to go along with that. And the important thing about singing is just that rhythmic component that helps teach oral language and enhance that as well. And then the activity that I plan to go with this is really focuses on that print awareness and actually that early literacy of beginning writing and understanding that pictures have meaning, and also they can be represented with words. And so for this one, it says we can all dance when we find music that we love. What can you do that you love? So in this thing, they can draw a picture of something they love, and then they can write about it. And of course, there's going to be varying degrees of writing, varying degrees of drawing in this. So you can also assess where they're at in their writing development based upon whether they're using mock letters, whether they're scribbling, whether they're doing semi-phonetic. So it's a great piece to also assess how they're doing and just working on those early print concepts as well. And then my favorite part of this activity is after they get done with that, they get to cut out the pieces to Gerald the giraffe and make a dancing giraffe. And they can color him and use little split pins to put it together and have Gerald dance. So that is just a brief overview. I've listed everything in more detail on my Word document. Thank you.